Hey everybody, it's Chief here. This is another episode of Coffee and Crypto with EasyDex. And today is a special interview episode where we'll be focusing essentially on a nice interview perspective from someone in the community that is really close to the founders of EasyDex as well as in the crypto community. Is going to bring some value tonight with his perspectives. This week has been pretty wild. It's been pretty stable prices except for the last day or two. If you notice, some of the top 10 cryptocurrencies from EOS has gone up even just 16% today, a little bit more, 10% yesterday. They've been moving the past 2 days. So a lot of people have been talking about the prices going up. So I would definitely take this time to evaluate your investment strategy before major price swings start happening before the spring and summer season. Usually we will see some price swings. The longer you've been in this market, you will notice the price swings come. So you have to buy in the low, then sell or maintain in the high. So there's something to evaluate right about now. So I would definitely take a look at some of the top 100 cryptocurrencies and also other projects that have special meaning or bring value to the community, because it's a good time right now is to invest. So without further ado, right now we're going to bring on Raymond. He's with the Mancave project and he's been around the community for about a year, known to the Walrus. So we're going to bring him on right today and ask him full questions and ask him his perspectives and see if he can bring some value for you guys. And I really appreciate your time again. And everybody, this is Raymond. Raymond, are you there?
Hello, yes, thank you very much for introducing me. Just an added note, I've been in a community with Walrus for a year, but I've been in crypto since 2013. So
hey, that's good. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to note that. I just wanted to note that how long you've been with Walrus, but that's awesome.
Okay, yeah.
What was your first purchase when around 2013?
My first ever purchase coin was actually I think it was a scam coin called Computer Coin. So I got scammed right off the bat. But my first actual real purchase was Dogecoin.
Oh wow!
Sorry, Doggy Coin, and then after that I went to Bitcoin, and since then I've held so many coins. My biggest regret is I held about 1 million exclusive coins, and their value at the moment, if I'd held on to them, which I couldn't because I've lived off crypto now for a long time, but if I'd kept them, I'd be a millionaire by now.
Wow. But hey, if there's a certain lifestyle when you live with crypto, you just got to understand that because it's allowing you to have more freedom or do other things in your life. So I'm sure that's been a positive.
That's right. I mean, I'm a hodler, so I try and hodl on everything as long as I can. So, I mean, in an ideal world, I'd be working a job which can live off it, and I'd just be hodling on my crypto. So, but I can't do that because I live off crypto, and it affords me a free life to do whatever I want. So I can't complain. I'm not bitter, but can't complain.
Yeah. So I guess is that some of the free time? Is that how you found maybe a purpose or reason to do the Mancave project? How did that end up starting?
Okay, so basically, my real roots is I'm a writer in the mainstream community. So I've got my own blog. Well, it's a magazine now. I've got my own magazine called it's merged into Heart and Humanity, where I have several writers come in and write for me. And I'm also a seasoned writer. I used to write on the Huffington Post. I also I currently write on the Good Men Project, so I'm like a seasoned writer. And it's all about relationships and networking with people and so on. And when I started, it was a good time to start because when I started writing, it was all about getting my feelings out and sort of getting in touch with my masculinity. And it was a good time because around about that time no one was doing it, and specifically no man was doing it, and my articles were going viral like mad, and it was really good. But now there's been a dramatic shift, and like a real dramatic shift. I mean, so far the other way, it's unreal. And I sort of find as I'm writing on these topics, it's like how can I explain it? It's gone so far the other way. It's gone so focused. I mean, men don't talk about men's issues anymore. They talk about how men impact women. It's like we've lost ourselves. It's like we're all focusing on women nowadays, and specifically in the media. And about a year ago, I said I've had enough of this. So I want to like get men back to their roots. Get men just thinking about men's issues. Get men thinking about, you know, hanging around with other men, networking with men. And being the best versions of themselves, really. And we can be the best versions of ourselves through modelling the best versions of ourselves. The worst thing we can do is look to women for that, because if we look to women to be the best versions of ourselves, then they're completely different in my aspect. So I thought, right, that's it, I'm having no more of this. And I created the Mancave, which was basically a place for men to be men and just get back to the roots, modelling good male behaviour.
Wow.
How the man cave started.
That's pretty powerful. That's a pretty powerful beginning story. It's worth getting intent, and it looks like it's probably going to have a big impact because, like you said, not too many people are focusing on this, and there's obviously a big need for it. I know there's a few nice podcasts I listen to. One guy, his name's Theo Vaughn. He focuses on kind of helping young men go through different issues, different problems with their lives, and kind of listens to them and kind of shares his experience. And I think it's one of the rare people that actually focuses more on the younger male, mid-to-age male. Not too many people are doing that, like you said, so that's really nice to see that you are doing that with your project. What does your team and what's your community look like, and how have you guys met each other when you guys started?
Okay, so I had the idea when I was on a channel with Boris, actually. I can't remember the channel, but that's when I sparked off the idea. And I basically, as the idea progressed, I first of all started up a Discord community, and people started coming in and slowly coming in, and I watched them. You know, I watched how they participated, how they interacted with each other, and then I sort of pulled on my managers from there, from my observation, and we just took it from there. I mean, the community at the moment is quiet, but I think everywhere is quiet. But again, that's because I'm only now looking for serious funding. I mean, with the funding that I plan to get from the Mancave, I want to like create a website and have people come in, like that guy that you were talking about there. I'd like to message him and say, look, we'll pay you X amount of money, you come in, speak on our website. We've got lots of budding young men looking to, you know, get information or so on, so forth. So I've lost it exactly. I've completely lost my train of thought there.
It happens. It's the best of us, brother. That's awesome that you're doing that. You're willing to share, use resources to get people to spread the message. But it seems like you said, it kind of grew organically on your Discord server. Are you guys doing any marketing right now, or is it more organic reach right now?
It's more organic reach at the moment. We're only just looking into marketing. I've been contacting lots of places at the moment to handle marketing, because I don't think my team is more, they're better with their soft skills than they are with their hard marketing skills. So I've been contacting companies and talking to the managers, and all the ICO places and the marketing and so on, they're all looking for hard money, and it's like been hard to get even people notice us, and it's sort of a bit frustrating. It's frustrating because I think our idea is a really good idea, having Brocoins in your wallet, even if they're worth nothing, that's still a pretty powerful message, because it's not I plan to create the coin is not a coin to sit and hodl and grow wealth. It's actually a coin to be utilised. It's like a utility coin. So you use your bro coins and be part of the bro community,
Yeah, and I feel like you need to go on Howard Stern.
Oh, he'd eat me alive.
He would love that, though. He would, as long as you gave him a nice little air job before the show. I think he would work out nicely.
Well, that's my next. That's actually my next. Because we've just created an ER20 token, and I'm looking at putting that on an exchange. And then once I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to contact very pro male speakers and see if they give us a shout out and see what happens from there. So yeah,
that's good because they already have the built-in target market, and I think your project will grow organically, but eventually it's going to grow fast organically just because more and more people will hear about it, and the network effect will kick in, and that's especially with I looked at your website, your timeline. You have integration with Easy Life coming up, and your ICO coming up. So you're kind of building to pretty big things coming in the future. How's that timeline looking? Is it still holding with the ICO coming up soon?
Well, it's still holding quite well. I mean, our communities, we're basically ready to go. All we need to do, as soon as we get funding, I mean, that's it. As soon as funding comes in, then I'll be contacting developers, getting a website built. I'll be on their back all the time. So, part of our funding will be getting airdropped onto the Easy Social project as well. So, that will help them with what they want to do, because we're an integral part of their community as well, so we plan to help them, they help us. So yeah.
That's awesome, and I mean, definitely will grow very nicely like that, and you'll have good people that's in the community with you, and it seems like that helps with longevity, people staying around for a long time, and that's kind of what you want, especially with these crypto communities. You want people that are really invested and want to stay for the long term. That allows you guys to do some great things.
I hope so. I mean, I'm all about longevity. I mean, I'm a sort of old school crypto investor. Like I look on places like Bitcoin Talk, and it's all about the money now. And I feel like we've almost lost sight of what crypto was created for, and cryptocurrency was created for. So we stop getting shafted with the money, with our current monetary system. And the bank, it seems like we've just everything's centralized these days. It's I don't know.
Yeah, but you're doing your part to make a better world, and that's what it looks like. And your website, if anyone wants to take a look at it, it's the mancaveproject.com. Very professional, very easy to understand. It's a great team page that you can see everybody part of the team, but it's a very professional website. It looks very well done, and you can read their white paper and definitely get to know their team and roadmap. And it's a really cool professional website. And I give you props for that, because some of these websites, that's the brand, and you guys really have a great website, great logo, and it's really good for branding. I really appreciate you guys doing that. That's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, we wanted to, the face of the company needs to be I mean, we are professionals inside it as well, but we need to look professional, because if we don't look professional, then we're not going to get those people in. And
yeah, building off that, do you guys have any events that people can come to, either virtually or in person, that you guys are kind of using to have a meeting ground for people involved with your project? What's your event schedule look like for people in the future?
And what exactly do you mean by that?
Like some projects, they might have hangouts in Discord where they plan like weekly meetups so people can talk. Or some people have meetups in person where they kind of communicate what the project's doing. So I was just curious if you guys had any events coming up that people could be a part of if they wanted to be a part of your community.
None at the moment, but I could devise one if we get, because I mean, our Discord at the moment is really quiet. We do an event every day where people could win some of our tokens, but even that is virtually quiet at the moment. So we're sort of losing faith on that, but hopefully, with getting our voice out there, then we'll be able to revamp that, and as soon as we have an active, bustling community again, then we'll start creating the events. We're basically all ready to go.
Hey, that's good though. At least you're doing a daily event where people can come to it. And the Discord server is really easy to use for people not familiar with Discord. It's really easy to use, really easy to interact with people, and whether it be voice or text. So it's really easy to use. So if people want to join your Discord channel, what is it called? And we'll also put the link in below so they can find it.
Say that again?
The name of the Discord channel you guys have?
It's the Mancave server.
Mancave server.
Yeah.
That's easy to remember right there.
Yeah. That's hopefully going to be the hub of our operations, and providing our funding goes well, we're hoping to next year start releasing little man caves all over the world.
And what would they be used for? And is your man cave local?
Yes, that's the one. Right. It's not actually. We don't plan to build them ourselves. We plan to get enthusiastic people who are interested in basically what we're doing and get them. We have like funding kit behind, so they can go and maybe, I don't know, rent a church and start a group for men, because we don't do that. We don't get together and be men, you know. And if you look at there's whole I don't know about in America, but in here we have the Women's Institute. And when I was a community outreach person, I used to be a project manager in the community for a charity, and I did a lot of community events. And the Women's Institute, I mean, you have to be like cleared by about several women before you can even speak for them, because they're so on. And like, you don't have anything like that for men, and I want something like that for men. So
you're really using the cryptocurrency space and blockchain space to kind of just bring awareness to your bigger purpose.
Well, pretty much. I mean, I want I don't like to say unregulated space. I like more like freedom of speech, if you know what I mean. Because I want it to be a regulated domain. I mean, I want healthy men to model good behaviour, but I also want it to be, you know, unregulated, where there's not so many stipulations put on us, if that makes sense. That's why I chose the cryptocurrency space rather than, you know, the mainstream space, and then went on Kickstarter, because I think cryptocurrency is more open-minded than what the mainstream is.
Yeah, that's great. Because you can build a nice team, a nice diehard group of you know, a few thousand people that follow you, and then from there you can grow and scale it. But
Yeah,
that few thousand that are really good for long-term investors or involved in the project for the long term, and then your project will grow amazing. So that's incredible.
I'm hoping so.
So, building off that, when can is it actively being bought and sold right now? And what exchange, if so?
Okay, so it's not on the exchange at the moment. We did have we initially had our coin on the BitShares network, but we found that the BitShares network, they're not doing any active promotion. They're not really engaging with our coin. So what we're doing is we've moved to the Ethereum network, the ERC20 token, and I know that has opened up a lot more opportunities for us in getting our, you know, our name out there. So as for the moment, you can buy our coin. It's been actively traded on the BitShares, on the EasyDex under Brocoin, but we plan to make a full move to the ERC20 token. It's been created. I just need to put it on an exchange, and obviously those who hold the BitShares token will get a one-on-one swap. So
that's awesome. So people can buy if they really appreciate the message you are doing, then they can definitely support you right now by just buying it. And with EasyDex, which, if anybody, it's really easy to use, and you get the password recovery service, which is not usually in the crypto space, so you can feel safe about using it. But that's awesome. Like, people can invest in it right now if they wanted to using EasyDex.
Pretty much. Yep, they can. They can go on to easydex.net, smash the Brocoin and buy some coins. And have some Bro in your pocket.
Hey, and then you'll have some Bro in your pocket, and then also be helping your purpose and your message. You know, helping protect masculinity and really helping provide that message. But it's not really brought around too much right now. So I really appreciate that.
It's really skewed the other way. It's like skewed so far the other way, because when I started, there was no men talking out, and it seems like it's went the other way when men are expected to speak out against other men. It's really, you know, it's really quite a negative world out there in the media, and certainly out in the writer space for men. If you look on Medium and you type in the masculinity in the tags, it's all articles bringing down men. I mean, I don't want to see that. I want to read an article about a man doing something good and that inspires me to do something good, you know. Nothing comes from reading negativity. There's a place for that, and it's not in a pro, masculinity. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's I mean, it's a really important truth and a really good perspective that you bring, because you know you have to handle that. But I definitely appreciate your perspective on that, and I think the more and more people that bring these projects that are bringing voice to men, and I think the more normalized they become again. I think we're just going through a weird time, and we're in society right now, and I think it'll all work out eventually. But you can't do it with negativity; you got to do it with positivity.
Yeah, I think that's a good point there. It's bring it back to nuance. Yeah, where it's like we understand that men can be bad, but we also understand that men can be good as well. And through modern good behaviour, they can be better. It's just all this, oh man, you need to be better. That doesn't inspire anyone. That makes people feel bad about themselves, and that's probably one of the worst things you could do to people, really.
Yeah, and it causes people to recommit different things, maybe go to bad habits and stay in the same cycle. So yeah, it's way better to be positive and maybe help people pursue a new cycle, to do new things. But you never know, positivity can really go a long way, even if it's a small encounter.
Exactly.
That's incredible. So what's your do you have any active bounties right now for your project? Like, you know, ways to incentivize people helping, you know, build your network, kind of help you market?
Oh, I've not actually gotten to the bounty part yet, but I plan to make bounties. That is coming. I've not got to the bounty part yet. I'm actually struggling with what to make them, so that'll be in the next few days, though. That's a promise.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've known that a few people have had fun success using kind of those active bounties, obviously for technical reasons, but for marketing. You know, helping them spread messages, whether it be on their social media or authentic interactions. People do have these, they're called mini influencers. You know, the people that have 1,000 to 2,000 followers on Instagram, 8,500 to 10,000 followers on Instagram. These people, like, their followers actually listen to what they say and kind of are influenced by them. So, kind of talking to those people and kind of giving them, maybe you're incentivizing with your coin to maybe help market. It's a way that I've heard. I mean, I've had really good experience with that. So, just a thought for you all.
Okay, that's good. I will take that under definite consideration. I think think that's a good way to go.
Because authentic interaction, and you'll find by reaching out to these people that they'll believe, if they believe in the message, they'll support it. If they don't believe in the message, they won't support it. So you'll find people that actually will support your message and relate to your message. So that's what you want. You really do want these influencers that actually believe and support your project. So you never know. You just have to send out a lot of them, but you'll get a response, and then you can go from there. But I think you might be surprised.
Yeah, that's it. That's actually making me feel more positive, actually. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
because I mean, I've really, I shouldn't really be admitting this, but I'm all about authenticity, so I might as well. One of my worst points, personally, is marketing. I'm really struggling with marketing because that is like a point that I need to work on myself. So maybe this will be good for me.
Yeah, and so at least you have the awareness to know that, and you know that you're focusing on it. So that's awesome that you have that, because not a lot of people have that awareness. So that's a huge positive. And I think I think you might surprise yourself. Just I know that there's a lot of good articles, a lot of good information about marketing, whether it be organic marketing, guerrilla marketing, but even just being organic interaction. That's really what people want. They want authentic videos. They don't even need a big, well-done professional video. They just need an authentic video where people, you might mess up, but people understand that, and that's what makes it authentic. So I really think authentic marketing is a good way to go. So I think that you'll find more success.
That's good. That's good. Thank you very much, actually, because that is integrated in my business business plan is authenticity. I mean, part of why I've got so many contacts and so many people I get on with is because I'm authentic. As people can generally get an authentic vibe from me, and I think Walrus does that as well. And so does Patty. And I think the more authentic you are and the more real you are, the more people gel here.
Yep, and I think it attracts other people that have the same mindset. So that's why I always say just be transparent. I think it usually always works out. As long as you are honest and transparent, it'll work out. People understand. People make mistakes, and you just gotta keep moving forward. But as long as you're positive, you can really attack some of these problems and obstacles that you might have.
Yeah, you got a good mindset there. I like that. You should join the cave.
Hey, you never know what I consider. Oh, that's funny. But and then you going back to your writer background. Is that kind of what got you on Steam It? Was the writing part of it, and is that kind of how you found everybody in the community, like the Walrus and such?
Okay, so how I started on Steam It through my writing background. I mean, I'd been in crypto for a few years beforehand, but when Steam It came out, it was like my wet dream, basically. And then, where did I go? What happened was, payouts started falling drastically because people that were upvoting, given good upvotes, now had upvote bots, and they didn't need to give me an upvote. They could, send their vote to an upvote and get paid for that. So I think a lot of creators felt that on Steam It, and what I did then is I went and because I felt the drop quite bad, really badly, and what I did is I bounced around the internet for a little while, and I realised that I needed to start networking with people if I wanted to make anything a success. And because I really enjoyed the Steam It life and this sort of life that cryptocurrency was affording me by then, I realised that mainstream probably it's not as open as I like it to be. People are closed off. People are generally suspicious of each other. It's a dog-eat-dog world. And certainly the communities that I was in and cryptocurrency is very new. People are open. People are sometimes a bit too trusting, and that's a sort of environment that I like to find myself in. So I sort of bounced around communities. I mean, shout out to Steam It bloggers, who I was a member of their community for a long time, and then I joined Whale Shares, and that's how I found EasyDex actually. So I'd heard about Whale Shares, and I thought, oh, getting upvotes by whales, that sounds like excellent. So I joined Whale Shares and found out it wasn't that. Well, it was that, but it wasn't what I was thinking. And anyway, I met Walrus and Patty there, and then I found out that those guys were doing some new platform that's coming out, and I really liked the idea of that because they were actively trying to solve the problems that Steam It had, like not just upvote bots, but also they were trying to solve the upvote problems and all sorts of problems, and I loved that. I loved that idea. That was got me so involved in it, and that's how I met Walrus and Patty, and we took it from there really. So the rest is sort of history. And I shout out to Freedom Exists as well, because I used to join what they used to do on Whale Shares is Freedom Exists he would hold a sort of a thing every Tuesday and every Saturday, I think it was. Don't quote me on that, but it was where people would come along and share their posts, and then if people liked it, they would upvote it. And he used to talk to me every time there, and he was really invested in my posts. He says, "Your posts are really good, Raymond. You should do something with that." And then I thought, okay, I might as well take him up on that. So I had the idea for the Mancave, and just as I was having the idea for the Mancave, I just met Morris, and that was it from there. we find ourselves now a year down the line talking to you together. We're pretty much synonymous with each other now, our ideas. So yeah.
That's awesome. You gotta love how the universe works.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
That's incredible. That's awesome. Yeah, I gotta love that, because that's what I learned is a lot of interactions you have with the crypto community kind of builds into better relationships and really unique perspectives, and it's really nice to see. And sometimes you find similar perspectives to you that you might not have thought about. But it's really cool that you met them that way, and through your content is what kind of got you started with everything. So obviously you had some pretty good content. Are you posting anywhere right now where people can see your content?
If they want to see what I write, trying to think, I haven't really written in a long time. I still actively write on thegoodmenproject.com. So if you go to thegoodmenproject.com and look for the author RaymondSpeaks, you'll find me there, and that's all my you'll find all my posts there. And you'll also see the gradual change in my writing. So, like at the start, it was all about how men should open up in good fields and how my dad was bad. To now, where I'm discussing things about, how society's fractured and how we're going a bit crazy, and I'm trying to tackle it. And with tippy toes.
Hey. Yeah, it's an interesting world, but you have real problems that you're trying to address, so that's pretty cool that you're at least trying to address it through your content.
I am, because the goodmenproject.com, I feel it's very partisan, so it's very politically sided. And I personally, I'm dead in the centre, right? I see things from both perspectives. I can understand why people would scoot to the right, and I can understand why people would scoot to the left. And I really don't see them as bad people, but I feel that we're very polarised at the moment, where people on the right see the people on the left as evil psychos, and the people on the left see the people on the right as racist hate mongers. And I'm just thinking, it's just like different people in different sets of circumstances trying to understand the world and how they see fit, So I'm trying to write about all this and trying not to overstep my boundaries. It's quite hard, but
yeah, but you're learning about yourself and learning about what the content you're talking about, because that's definitely some interesting content, and you'll be it's a good issue to tackle, though. It's well worth the effort, I'm sure, and I'm sure you get a nice response from it. Because this website looks great, and it looks like a really good project that people are spreading the unique message that you guys have. This is called the Good Men Project. If everybody wants to check it out, goodmenproject.com, and then check out his Raymond stuff on. And what category is it under? Is it more into the politics, sex and relationships?
All sorts. I write about all sorts there.
Yeah.
I try not to get political, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I see something that really winds me up. And
I totally understand that. That's good that you have passion, though. You gotta share the passion.
Yeah. Oh, what really gets me up at the moment is how people can be so. I don't know. It's like they can get wrapped up in things so much. It's like people have demonized Donald Trump. It's like, but he's just a human being, I mean, okay, maybe he makes bad decisions sometimes, but that doesn't mean he's the evilest person on the planet. You can't demonize these people, because you then.
People.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as you humanize these people, then they don't seem as threatening, and you don't live in fear as much as, And then also, because I got into that at the start when Donald Trump got made president. I was like, oh my god, oh no. And then I started to fear him. But then actually when I started, my belief set started moving in the middle, I was like, actually, you know, he's just a human being like the rest of us. What am I thinking? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and people are people, and that's why I think it's not, the messages that, you know, team humanity, that humans are important, and, you know, we gotta love and respect other human beings and treat them with respect. Goes a long way. So I think projects like yours and other projects that are spreading that message are really going to win in the long term, because that's a positive message.
Oh, I definitely think so. I mean, I really get wound up at how like people are demonizing each other. That's like one of my hardcore subjects at the moment, is like people on all sorts of the spectrum are seeing each other as like, oh, racist hate monger, oh, leftist loony crazy. And it's just like, they've had different circumstances in their life that's like, it doesn't make them bad people, it just means they're different, you know. Yeah. We used to be able to disagree with people and just forget about it, but now we seem anyway, I blame Facebook for inviting politics into our households.
Yeah, I think there's I think like you know, if you think Gary Vaynerchuk, there's positive and negatives for every media source. You know, when the radio came out, people were attacking it. When TV came out, people were attacking it. Same with social media. I think there's positive and negatives, but like you said, you can use social media for really great things, especially with your project and your content, to reach a lot of people. But yeah, that's true. Really, so that's true. There is positive and negatives for every. I mean, that's the duality of life, but I think if you have a good perspective, you'll be able to get the best out of anything that you use in your life.
Well, that's like that whole saying, toxic masculinity. You know, we all have the propensity to be toxic, but then again, we all have the propensity to be great. So you know, you use your masculinity in either a bad way or a good way. Do you know what? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like the good, the bad situation.
Hey, and I think using your Brocoin in different ways is one way to express that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yes.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Usually we go about 45 minutes to an hour, so we want to kind of get maybe a couple more insights, and then we're going to wrap it up with you right now. And then, but I want people to know where can people reach you if they want to. You know, they really liked what you were talking about. Where can they reach you personally, and where should they go to find out more information about your project?
Okay, so this should go on the mancaveproject.com to find more information. You can go directly to the Discord server from that website. It's got a link there. It just says join the Man Cave, and you can speak to me personally if you want. I'm open. I talk to everyone and anyone. So I'm open.
That's really awesome.
You know, if you want to come in and say, I love what you're doing, or if you want to come in and say that I'm a dickhead, you know, just come in and give me a shout. I'm open to all discussions, all and every.
Yeah, that's awesome. We'll leave you with one last question. If you were buying a coin today, token, that would not be yours or someone that you know project, which token would it be? You know,
basic attention token.
Really?
Yeah, basic. That basic attention token. Or wait a minute. Do you mean not mine or any that I'm affiliated with, or something that I am? Because I would choose an Easy Social if I had any.
Yeah, I'm saying one that you're not associated with.
Okay. Yeah, basic attention token. I think that's going to really take off in the next year.
Wow. Well, you heard it first here. If it takes off past its 22 cents it's at right now, you heard it right here from Raymond. So you better send him some bats and thank him.
Oh, by the way, question for you now. What would you answer to that?
If it was a few weeks ago, I would maybe say EOS, because of the low it was at. But now it's getting to where you're not really sure. I think. Right now, I think this summer is going to come some big price swings. So I feel like if you get in any of the coin at a certain price point, even things that have grown such as Tron, I think you can get in at a good price point right now and watch after summertime it go up. But I personally am keep investing in EOS, just building my investment in that. But that's just myself personally. But I would say get in now before any of these things, price movements start getting the summer.
Yeah, I think we'll be in a completely different place in the summer as well. Or yeah, well, basically, yeah. I think we will be moving up as well as you do, because at the moment we're very, very, very cheap. We won't be in this position for long, I don't think.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm so excited for the summer, but I'm excited for right now because this is when, if you're involved in the industry, you kind of have to go with your gut and go with your gut with these investments and trust your gut because eventually it'll pay off. So I'm thinking that's what I would go with. That's awesome. You said that because I'm looking more into that. Cause I know Coinbase added them, so I know that helps a lot with publicity.
Yeah, well, I've been watching BAT for a long time, and if you look at Coinbase, they've added it, and they've got their own browser, and their I mean, if I didn't have the added benefits that I had for Chrome, I would be using BAT straight off, like tomorrow. I'd be using BAT because I mean, if you look at it, right, the way BAT works is you have a certain amount of BAT, and if you like visit, I don't know, say I visit your website, you had your website. I visit your website maybe 4 times, and then I visit EasyDex 6 times, and then I visit another few websites, and that will contact the website owners and say, look, we've got X amount of that available for you because and I think once that actually takes off, once people recognise what they're doing, that's going to be, that might even, I might even completely change the way digital marketing is done. So
yeah, I think that's one of the big strengths that it has, and that's great. That's great perspectives to end on this, and I'm glad that you shared that with everybody because I definitely am going to take a big look at it right now, thanks to you. So I really appreciate that insight, and that's incredible. And remind everybody where you can purchase your coin right now, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Right, if you go on easydex.net and type in Brocoin, you can buy yourself some Brocoin. I know I said I swapped over to the ERC20 token, but it's not on the exchanges. But by all means, holders will get a swap, so do not worry about that whatsoever.
Yeah, I would definitely, if I were you and you believe in this message, I would definitely get involved as soon as possible. And right now, you can literally purchase it right now with EasyDex. So that's incredible.
It's super cheap at the moment. It's super cheap. So if you want to get in and buy some, go for it.
Hey, that's awesome. Well, Raymond with the Mancave project, I really appreciate your time and thank you for your perspective and insights. It was really an awesome, unique conversation. Hope the listeners love it and hope you can go back and use this piece of content to help you in the future. So again, I really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you letting me have you on your show. That's really good. Thank you.
Yeah, and you're really good interviewer and really good speaker. So I really appreciate that because sometimes it makes it a little bit more difficult. So I really appreciate that and appreciate your professionalism.
Oh, thank you.
Well, and that's Raymond again with the MancaveProject.com, and so check that out. And then if you do, like you said, you can purchase the coin on EasyDex, and that's what EasyDex, was created by Wallace a few years back, and in this right now it's a live decentralized exchange. It's running live. It has some awesome features that some other exchanges don't have. They have the password recovery service. So if you lose your password, which happens from time to time, you won't get stuck with losing all your money. I've known a couple of friends that have lost, about $5,000 even on BitShares because they lost their password. So having that password recovery service that EasyDex has is a huge benefit. It makes life a lot more, a lot better. You have peace of mind when you're investing money on this platform. And then also, it has a fiat on-ramp and off-ramp. I think many places it has where you can get cash, USD or currency from all over the world, wherever you're based, in and out through this exchange. So that's another huge benefit. And it's really fast. It works in the BitShares network really fast. Walrus is always there, someone involved in the community the Queen or someone is in the Discord channel for customer service. So if you have any questions, you can just reach out to them on the Discord channel, and they'll help you right away. But it's really awesome. I make all my trades on it. It's really easy to use. So I really appreciate Walrus for what he does for the community and helping a lot of people in the process. But again, this is Chief, and another episode of Coffee and Crypto. I hope you finish your coffee like I did and got some cool insights from the crypto community. Thanks again, Raymond, for having me on with the Mancave project, and I hope you guys have a positive day. Thanks.